Hi guys, in this tip I want to explain to you what is the difference between embedded and linked smart object layers in Adobe Photoshop. In some of my previous video tutorials, which is named explanation of embedded smart object layers in Adobe Photoshop, I have explained what are exactly embedded smart object layers and how they works. In this tutorial, I want to extend your knowledge and to show you with examples what are differences between embedded and linked smart object layers. Linked smart object layers have advantages over embedded smart object layers, and we will see that in the moment. For my demonstration, I have created two exactly same files. I mean exactly same dimensions, resolution and file size. One file is named embedded PSD and second file is a linked PSD. And I will start with file place embedded command, and I will navigate to JPEG image which is downloaded from Adobe stock, and it is in dimensions 5000 by 7000 pixels, and it is 16.4 megabytes. So I will double click to place it in my embedded PSD document, confirm, and here is icon for embedded smart object layer. So I have embedded smart object layer in my Photoshop document. For my final effect, I want this image twice, so I will duplicate smart object layer, then Control T to scale it, and I will scale it to 10% of its original size, dimensions actually, and I will move it to lower left corner, then I will lower opacity, and here is my final effect which I want to save. And here is my embedded PSD file, and let's see its properties. It says it's PSD file and it's 25 megabytes in size. Now let's switch to linked PSD, and in this case I will use file place a linked command. I will place exactly same image, I will confirm, and here is my linked smart object layer which has its own icon. It is chain icon, and I will duplicate this layer, then I will transform it to 10%. Everything is exactly the same in both documents. I will move it to lower left corner, then I will lower opacity for larger version, and I will save this file. It will be saved as a linked PSD, and let's see its properties. And here is confirmation PSD file, but it is 8.6 megabytes. So file with linked smart object layers is much smaller than a file with embedded smart object layers. Why this is happening? Because this file embedded PSD, which has embedded smart object layers, have copied this image and embedded in this file. And linked PSD file, which has linked smart object layers, is using this image as a reference, because in this document I have this image twice, but it is smaller in dimensions. So Photoshop have scaled this image twice, but using data from original file. Now, what this means for Photoshop users? Well, if I make changes to this original file, which is placed in both documents, and let me make some huge changes, visible changes, like for example this one, and I will merge layers, and then save back this file. It will be visible in a moment. So this is my original but changed file, and I will close. And here is a linked PSD, which is using linked smart object layers. Photoshop has updated both layers, both linked smart object layers in my document. It is done automatically. Let's switch now to embedded. And as you can see, nothing changed. Photoshop has no idea what happened with original file. Now, if you're using linked smart object layers, and for example, if you move your file, original file, I will type new location and let me move original file, which is used in both documents. In embedded document, where I am using embedded smart object layers, there is no difference. Nothing happened. And if I switch to linked PSD, where I'm using a linked smart object layers, you see warnings. Photoshop has lost a reference to this image. It is easy to fix problem, just right click and then go to relink to file. Now I will relink, actually point to my file on its new location, and Photoshop will disappear warnings. It has again a reference to file, and you can continue your work without any worries. You can, for example, upscale, downscale, or apply filters to your linked smart object layers, and you will always have nice looking crisp images without any loss of quality. So that's two big differences between embedded and linked smart object layers. First is that linked smart object layers can give you much smaller file size. And second advantage and difference is that with a linked smart object layers, Photoshop will automatically update and apply any changes to your original file. And now you may have a question, what if you want to send your file to someone else, like to collaborator or a friend, which may need original file? So here is solution. You go to File and then go to Package command, which is just below Place Linked. And Photoshop will create package with your file and original image, which anyone can use to apply some changes or to work with smart object layers, linked smart object layers, which will use original file as a reference. So if you have any further question or doubt, do not hesitate to leave comments on YouTube or on my blog Design Easy. So thanks for watching, and cheers.